Hey, it's been a while. I'm back. It's Joe, aka Mr. Overhill, and today I'm on a shakedown hike. I'm headed to Snoqualmie Lake or Lake Dorothy, depending. It's in Mount Baker-Snoqualmie National Forest in Washington. And this is a solo trip because my girlfriend, aka the Wandering Niche, my better half, is out of town. Cheers. I miss her, but it's fun to get out solo every once in a while. I'm on the Snoqualmie River Trail. Snoqualmie Lake trailhead that I was just at is located in Mount Baker-Snoqualmie National Forest. There's probably like a dozen cars, maybe like 20 cars. The bathroom is so clean, so clean. Stocked with toilet paper. The bathroom, the toilet smelled okay. The lid was even shut. So clean, you could eat off it. Honestly, I almost did. So the trail does get a little bit more rugged, like, I don't know, 5 miles in maybe. It starts to hit more of an incline and it gets pretty stony and really rooty. But I'll say there's some really great rock work through this section. Back where I just was a moment ago, I mean, shoot, the trail is basically a little stream, so it's hard to tell where to go. But there were lots of cairns set up, as you can see those piles of rocks that indicate which way to go. And I'm back on the single track. Hopefully Snoqualmie Lake is only a mile or two ahead. But yeah, also I would mention that since we broke off from that kind of forest road, like gravelly texture, trail could use a little bit of brush work. It's not too bad. I'm not really one to complain about brush after all the unmaintained trails I feel like I've hiked on. But yeah, it's a little brushy. So I got to the lake, but I neglected to fill up on water, so I don't have much water. I'd like to get to a fresh source that's not like one of these stagnant puddles. Also, all the good campsites were taken by folks. So yeah, I'd like to find something a little bit more secluded. So I'm gonna hike on, see if I can get to one of these other lakes, get a little running water, fill up, and then I'll set up camp. So it's like 8:30 right now. But as I mentioned before, today is the first full day of summer, right next to summer solstice, so it's one of the longest days of the year. The sun's not going to set for about another 30 minutes. This is one of the perks of living so far north. We have these really long days in the summer. Anyways, we'll see. I mean, sunset at 9 or 9:10 really means like it's dark at like 9:45, so I still have like over an hour of daylight left. Anyways, let's see what we can find. Water first. Okay, so I made it to camp for the night. It's about 9:05. Sun sets in like 5 minutes. I'm at Bear Lake. The entire hike ended up being around 9 miles and like 2,500 feet elevation gain, so not that bad. But otherwise, I haven't seen anyone since I left Snoqualmie Lake, so it's pretty quiet up here. Anyways, that's it for me. I think I'm going to eat some of Tanisha's world famous leftover baked ziti. I'm going to pound a beer, then I'm going to go to sleep. Catch you tomorrow.
Good morning. It's about 5:30 a.m. Day 2. Just spent the night outside. Things went pretty well. Oh, what's that? Oh, sick jacket? Thanks. Yeah, it's new. I've only worn it a couple times. It's Enlightened Equipment Apex. It's got the kangaroo pouch. It's only like a quarter zip, but I got this red and gold. I was hoping it would make me look cool like Iron Man or maybe like the 49ers. That's my favorite football team, but instead I think I just kind of look like a hot dog with mustard on it. So, cheers.
So there's only a tiny little bit of snow on the trail, and hardly any that you have to walk over, which is nice. They say summer doesn't start till the 4th of July in Washington, but I kind of feel like it started. I mean, literally, it started 2 days ago. See, this is the most snow I've had to walk across. So I probably hiked like a mile and a half from where I camped at Deer Lake up past Bear Lake and then to, I think it's like Elizabeth Lake, but I stopped maybe, I don't know, like 0.7 and like 500 feet from Elizabeth Lake. I mean, I had already dropped 400 feet, and then I came across this pretty chunk blowdown that was going to take me a couple minutes to walk around, and I figured, hey man, I got to walk out today. I could see the lake from here. It's lower in elevation than the lakes that I was at just a moment ago, so it's probably not as cool, just to be honest. And yeah, I wanted to check out some side trails, maybe like Otter Falls a little bit later today, and try to be gentle to my hip. So I want to just accommodate in terms of how many miles I hiked today. It just didn't seem like a really great value. So anyway, call me a quitter if you want in the comments, but it is what it is, baby. So the thing about hiking through old growth in Washington is every once in a while, you come across an old growth blowdown. Check this out. This thing's huge. Wider across than I am tall. Amazing. Jeez, that toad scared the shit out of me. He was in the mud, I didn't even see him. Almost stepped on him. That would have sucked. Cool toad though. Woo! Alrighty, I'm back at the car. It's like 10:30 a.m. My watch says that I hiked 11.8 miles, 3,500 feet lost, and like 1,000 and change gained. So yeah, not bad. Pretty fun hike. Honestly, I was really impressed by how accessible it is. It's like you can just drive up to it. Of course, the parking lot now is way more crowded. I saw a bunch more folks walking out than I did the whole time that I was out there myself. Folks who were jogging. The first 6 miles, I think, are not wilderness. It's just normal U.S. Forest Service, so bikes are allowed. So I saw a mountain biker, families, day hikers, like you name it. And then, of course, close to the parking lot, a bunch of front country campers with like huge tents and stuff. So everyone's having a good time. Also, it's Washington Trails Day today, in case you didn't know. Governor Inslee proclaimed it for the state of Washington. So get outside, stay on trail, have a lot of fun. As for this hike, honestly, it didn't knock my socks off, but like I said, I've never been here, and it was really, really close to home. I'm going to give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Pretty good. I'm actually going to be here next week for work. So now I'm thinking, shoot, I should have saved this trip for that time period when I'm going to be here anyway. But I mean, there's a couple other trails around here in the trail system that maybe I can hit instead. So who knows? Maybe I'll revisit this in like straight up like 6 days. So anyway, a lot of fun for sure. Snoqualmie Lake, Deer Lake, Bear Lake, can't go wrong, baby. Take care.